Hello, welcome back to my channel. You guys, I am so excited. We have a new season of Love After Lockup coming December 16th, and I'm literally counting down the days because I think this season's so boring. I think they just need to scrap the whole love during lockup idea. But we're going to take a look at all the couples that we're going to see on this new season. We have two returning couples. So our first returning couple is Gabby and Chris, and a lot of people remember Gabby as one of the first cast members in Love After Lockup history to actually receive a lot of money from the inmate, not the other way around, after Chris received a large settlement after a civil suit after he accused prison guards of not doing enough to prevent and or stop an attack on Chris by fellow inmates at Rikers, and he ended up being hospitalized over it. So they showed in the teaser, and I'll leave the teaser linked in the description, but Gabby goes to pick up Chris with his sister and his mom, and as soon as Chris gets out of jail, they literally get married right there on the street, and his mom and his sister's like waiting in the car the whole time. Then Gabby was showing off the ring, and she's like, oh, he's all mine, I win. And then they had Gabby and Chris going to see Gabby's mom, and he's like, oh yeah, I just want to come see my mother-in-law. And she's like, what? Because I'm pretty sure she had no idea that Gabby was about to marry Chris. So this is going to be an interesting season because we already know how Gabby and Chris ended up playing out a few months ago when Gabby posted videos of Chris beating her up and knocking her around pretty good in her apartment, and she claims that all happened after she found out he was cheating on her, and she tried to kick him out, and he went crazy, she alleges, and then tried to gouge her eye out. Now she says she has to have surgery on her eye, and she said he broke a few bones, including a bone in between her eye and nose, and he also chipped one of her teeth, and he's currently in jail now because she ended up pressing charges on him. Now that they're married, which I didn't know that until I saw this teaser this season, that's just going to make this whole situation even more messier after Chris is now in jail and they're no longer together. And I saw Chris's mom actually do an interview talking about what happened with him and Gabby when he went to jail, and she claimed that Gabby had another, or not Gabby, but Chris had another girlfriend the whole time he was with Gabby, and she claims that we're gonna actually see his other girlfriend in this season, so that should be interesting. But the next couple we have is Ashley and Travis, and they're from Florida, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw Ashley from afar, I thought she was Christiana. I'm like, did Christiana get highlights, or she got like a twin sister? So Ashley here may have been one of the first cast members in Love After Lockup history to film the inevitable engagement ring shopping scene at her own business. So she owns this antique fine jewelry store. And it's interesting because she owns this jewelry store and she's dating a dude who's a bank robber and a thief. So she plans to employ Travis to work at her jewelry business. But the whole thing is they're wondering if she can trust him around her safe of valuables. So her storyline is probably going to remind a lot of people of like Angela and Tony's storyline because she has a neighbor who's made several advances on her in the past. And it really seems like Ashley's one of those people that really care about what people think. So I'm kind of scared how she's going to react to some of the comments and, Reddit and Twitter. Because I've seen her on the preview and she's crying, I'm worried what people are going to think about me. Like, she does not seem like the type to have thick skin at all. Okay guys, so for this next couple, I apologize if I butcher this name, but it's either Aris, I'm just going to call her Aris, and if I'm wrong, I will correct it in my next video, but we have Aris and Cameron. They're both from Tampa, Florida. So Cameron is his aspiring rapper, and Ari, she was a huge fan of him, so she slid into his DMs. It's kind of giving me like Kimberly and Soulja Boy vibes from 90 Day Fiancé. So Aris is dating Cameron, and all of a sudden she starts to experience a whole bunch of jealousy over Cameron's other female fans and females that he's working with. Then Aris starts to feel betrayed because she feels like Cameron's making his music a priority and not paying any attention to her. And then we're going to see them get married this season. So we're going to see him get on one knee, propose to her, and actually see their wedding go down. And then they both have kids. So he goes to her kids and he's like, hey, I'm about to be your stepdaddy. Are you guys ready for that? And so the next couple we have is Monique and Derek. So Monique ended up reaching out to Derek after seeing his photos several times on a Facebook pen pal group. So Derek was smitten with Monique from the jump, and they started dating, but they've been dating for 2 years and they have yet to meet in person, and that could cause some problems with them when they actually meet in person, because Derek is hardcore into fitness and Monique hasn't exactly been upfront and honest with him. She's been lying to him and telling him she's into fitness and eating healthy, and she's the complete opposite of that. So now, in an effort to balance the scales, Monique wants to get weight loss surgery. And so Derek, I guess he goes to stay with his grandma when he gets out of prison, because Monique, in a scene, they show her and she's like looking at her phone, and apparently she set up cameras in Derek's grandma's house so she can watch what Derek's up to when she's not there. And then they also show a scene where she's in a car and the car is going like high speeds on the highway, and she's freaking out. She's like, "Get me out of here, call the cops." So I'm really curious to see what that's all about, but it looks like some major drama, which I am here for. So another couple we have is another returning couple. We have Justine and Michael. So we're going to see Justine go and pick up Michael and him get out of jail, which I'm kind of sad about, because I was hoping we'd at least get to see one inmate get out of jail this season, and Michael's the only one that's been out of prison in present time. He just got out at the beginning of October, but I guess we're gonna have to wait to see that in this season of Love After Lockup. So she's gonna pick him up and he's gonna move in with her, and we're gonna see both of their families blend and see how that works out. It says that they're gonna have stress when it comes to Justine's 3 kids and Michael's 4 kids meeting and trying to coexist with each other. And of course, Michael wants to get right back in the studio and back to living the rapper life. So Justine fears how Michael's going to be once fame starts to set in. And the very last couple we have, the 6th couple, is Nathan and Skylar. So they actually have a surprisingly rare Love After Lockup origin story, because they both started dating while they're both in custody. So the two had a drama-filled connection while Skylar was at a halfway house, and that resulted in Skylar being sent back to jail. So Skylar went back in, and Nathan moved into his grandmom's house and started planning his proposal for their 1-year anniversary. And Nathan's grandmother is in the preview trailer, and she points out that Skylar's previous 2 boyfriends she had before Nathan are now both dead. Then they showed a scene of Nathan and Skylar at a dinner together, and Nathan was going off on Skylar because somebody was blowing her phone up, and he's like, "Who the hell is calling you? And like, what the hell are you doing behind my back?" And she was like, "Dude, stop yelling, it's freaking embarrassing." So it's pretty obvious these two have a toxic relationship. But that's it for this video, guys. I am freaking excited. Only like 3 or 4 more weeks left to go until the new season. Anything's gotta be better than this season, right? But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.